Hi everyone, GrayPower 60 here. Sunday night. As you can see, I have different location for my videos. It all started a couple of days ago when my mom felt a little off, that I was always in my room doing my videos and doing my crafts, and she kind of felt left out and lonely. So I moved my desk out here. I still have my crafts in my bedroom. Maybe it's a mess. I don't think I should show it to you. I'm still trying to get organized. I'm still trying to get things fixed up. I'm just getting used to using my phone, and I'm hoping I'm looking at the right place, because I don't know where I'm supposed to look. I think it's right here. I think the eye of it is right there. However, we're going to try this and see. Let me see if I can do this. Oops. No. So let's show you. This is my living room. Okay. And that is my desk area. So I've brought out my printer, and then I've got my desk set up in this corner here, like this for now. I will probably bring out a lot of my craft stuff later on. It's kind of messy right now, but hopefully I won't screw this up too much. And look at me with my purple's almost gone from my hair. I washed it. What can I say? Okay, so I'm a mess tonight. There's quite a few things that I wanted to talk about tonight, but the video that I did for last week, I'm crooked here. Ooh. And wiggly. All right. Try this again. So the video I did last week for didn't turn out. I mean, I have it. I videotaped it. I used my laptop, and it was not working out at all. So basically what I discussed was my week with Mom. And it's been very, look at me, my hair, sorry. Trying to let it grow. It's been a very emotional week. It's been very trying. So I thought I would come to you in my new little office area. I've got my cup of tea. I hope you have your coffee. And I'll see if I can recapture some of the things we talked about. What I was going to talk about last week was us, caregivers, looking after ourselves. And that's a toughie. That's really, really difficult. I don't know if I can do it. Sorry, I'm moving the table. Gotta have a cigarette. I need to look after myself, and I'm not doing a very good job. It is, it's becoming more aware that I'm becoming more aware that my heart was bigger than my brain. And today was a very, very difficult day. It was a difficult day for Mom. It's hard to talk about. It's really, really hard to talk about. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. No, I can't do it. Okay, we're going to try this again. As I've told you before, I'm going to try and talk about other things. I won't talk specifics because right now it's very difficult. So, what we're supposed to do now, I have a couple of links. I either reference the Alzheimer's Society here in Ottawa, but it's, you know, the global. There's also another site, the Family Caregiver Alliance. I'll try and link it below. And it talks about being a caregiver and what we need to do to look after ourselves. So I'm going to try and itemize those things and leave it at that. So, did you know that caregivers compared to non-caregivers have a 63% chance, higher chance to get sick, to die, prolonged critical illness, etc. Risks like depression, chronic illness, and decline in our quality of life. So that was kind of a shock, but I believe that. The other things that we experience are sleep deprivation, poor eating habits. When we fall sick, we fail to stay in bed and try and get better. Those are some of the things. And we postpone medical appointments, you know, oh, I'll go see the doctor next week, you know, things like that. And we are constantly on an emotional roller coaster, and I've experienced that firsthand in the last little while. I get exhausted, I get worried. I can see why caregivers are hesitant to get help. I can feel it in my heart why. And I thought about that today. One of the, and I think they're written down here too because it all came to me today. One of the reasons that we don't go for help is because we are afraid. We're afraid that we failed. We're afraid of getting help, of all kinds of things that goes on around us, all the people that are in our life. And, you know, I'm reading this now and it's like so clear today. We feel selfish and guilty if we put ourselves first. We feel so guilty. I tried, and I failed miserably. We feel we have to prove we can do it. We have to feel we can do it ourselves. You know, these are, the more I research, the more I realize, oh, sorry, I'm wiggling. The more I realize this could have been written for me. It's unbelievable. I think one of the other reasons that I have trouble, I'll use my own self as an example, of getting help is twofold. One, I'm afraid, and it's not, I'm afraid that I can't handle it. I'm afraid of the reaction from my mom. That she feels I don't want her, because she does that a lot lately. She feels like she's intruding on my life. She feels like she shouldn't be here. She'll go days where it's fine, and then suddenly she goes through an emotional roller coaster. Her behavior becomes a little internalized, where she starts to be a little, not paranoid, but anxious. And until she bursts into tears, I don't know anything's bothering her. When we were sitting down last week and talking, and she said, you know, you could bring your desk out here. And I said, well, okay, if you don't mind it being messy in the living room. She'll be sitting there knitting and watching TV, and I'll be here doing my thing, right? So we're together in the same room. That turned out to be not quite enough. I chat with her a little bit, but I find it difficult to know what to talk about because I've been alone for so long. So I don't talk to myself, and my conversation skills are like terrible to sit at home and talk, you know. I think I need to plan something like playing cards or just talking about things. Taking the time when she's going through pictures and photographs and all that stuff, to take the time to go, wow, you know, discuss, and do you remember who this is? And I noticed too, every time my stepdad's son brings him over here, he doesn't talk. And Mom afterwards is very emotional. She's very she gets anxious. You know, I think every time he comes over, she remembers the life they had in their apartment and how they were together, and I think it's harder and harder. I'm going to have to tell him not to bring him over anymore, at least not for a while, because every single time, every Saturday when they come over and Mom goes out with them, my stepdad hardly knows Mom. I mean, he smiles because he recognizes her face, but, you know, he always wants her to go with them wherever they go. But he's always tired. He's ready to sleep. He's here 5 minutes and he's ready to just nod off, you know. He can't converse anymore. And, you know, she tries and she tries to get him to come out. And I think that's draining for her. I think Mom is at the point now where she is going from the beginnings of dementia. She is now in middle. I talked about going to see the doctor, who she used to loved her. She hates her. She doesn't want nothing to do with her. So I have to try and figure out, I'll have to contact the woman. See, that's something else. That's what's scary about seeking help, is her reaction. How is she going to, even though we've talked about it previously, I know she's forgotten. Yesterday, in the morning, before my stepdad came over, Mom wanted to do some banking, so I went online. I got her accounts all set up on my computer so that I can print off her accounts whenever she can look at it on screen. I can print it on my printer. She has all the documents, so she can see what her balance is all the time. Well, today she didn't remember doing that. And then only after I said, Mom, remember when you sat beside me and we went on the computer and I phoned the bank and you had to talk? After she, oh yes, now I remember. That scares me. Because she was never that bad before. And it's progressing more than faster than I expected. I don't know why I'm whispering. Anyway, one of the other reasons why we're afraid to get help, I just want to go back to this, is because of something stupid. It was almost like as if it was reading my mind. I have it written up here, the misconceptions. I promised my father I would look after Mom, and swear to God, this is the truth. It was coming out of the book when my father was on his deathbed. I didn't know he was on his deathbed. He was in a coma. He was agitated and moving. I figured he can hear me, and I whispered in his ear, Mom, don't worry about Dad. Don't worry about Mom. I will look after her. Now, this was 20 years ago, okay? Over 20 years. Now that's haunting me. And now I feel like, you know. One of the other misconceptions that we have is that we are responsible for our parents' health. So if they are taking, I'm very fortunate Mom isn't taking any medications for anything. She's pretty healthy for her age, you know. But we feel that we are responsible to make sure they take their meds, to make sure that they're healthy, to take, you know, we feel responsible for their health. And it's not our responsibility. It's their responsibility, even though they can't do it themselves. It's the doctor and they're not us. But we feel it. We feel it. The other thing that we feel, if we don't do it, who will? Who else? And really, in my life, there isn't anyone else. There's no one else. I'm it. My brother has Alzheimer's. There's only two of us, me and my brother. My father passed away. I can't expect my children to do it. Ooh. I'm it. You know? I have no cousins, no aunts and uncles close by. I'm it. So I have the responsibility. It is on me. So, one of my biggest fears is if something happens to me, what's going to happen to Mom? That's anxiety. Anxiety. That's a big one. What if I drop dead right here? I worry about that now, but if I drop dead, how can I worry? I won't be, we've got to get out of this. So we've got to say to ourselves positive thoughts. We've got to say, yes, I can do this. We've got to say not bad things that create anxiety. We've got to turn it around. We have to. I have to. I'm doing the best I can. It's not you. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. That is such a biggie. And I do take it. She's my mom. She doesn't know. Where is it? Did I put it somewhere? I hope she doesn't get up right now. She wrote me a note. Please, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. You're my daughter. I love you. I'm so sorry I made you upset. My mom. Mom, you don't have to do this. It hurts me that she felt she had to do this. So the tools we need tools. We've got to reduce our personal stress. We've got to reduce whatever other stress. And I have so many other things. I have, financial problems. Month-to-month problems. My pets, constantly. The cats are meowing. Since we moved here, they never, ever did this before. And I've moved my cats 3-4 times in the past, 7 or 8 years. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. This is the 4th. It's the only place where they're meowing constantly. The dog is always whining to go out or to eat. He's always hungry. He's never been like that. I used to feed him a little bowl in the morning and a little bowl at night. That was it. He's hungry all the time. This place, I feel the negativity in this apartment. Anyway, we'll get to that. Second tool that we need to use is to reduce our... No, that's not second. The first one is reduce our personal stress. Set goals. Take a break. I was looking forward to the Saturday visits because when they were gone for an hour and a half, I could do things alone. I'm going to have to find another way. Do activities that make me feel healthy. Going for a walk, doing, something. My crafts. I can't get at them. And break my goals into little goals. So you break your goals into... Okay, so my camera died. I had to do a whole bunch of stuff here. So let's get back at it and see if I can handle this. So tool 1 was reduce personal stress. Tool 2 was to set goals and take a break, do activities that make you feel healthy, things like that, and break the goals into little ones. So if you have a big goal, anyway, we'll just get on with it. The third tool is to set goals. Set goals, not set goals. Tool number 3 is to seek solutions. Easier said than done. Tool 4, communicate constructively. When I get upset, I need to say, I feel angry. It's not you, but it doesn't matter, so I can't really say that. I cannot say that to my mother. I cannot. I have to say I'm fine. When you're talking, like when I'm talking to Mom, I have to be very clear. I have to be very, very specific on what I'm saying, and it has to be shortened. It's like talking to a child with ADD. You cannot give them a whole lot of things in a sentence. You've got to chop them down. And I noticed that, and I think we talked about it before where we had a conversation in the car and Mom got all upset. She only heard half of what I said. So, and also be a good listener. I think I am a good listener, but I think I need to communicate more. I think she feels the need for me to communicate more. Tool number 5 for us is to ask for help, seek help. It's hard. It's really hard. Tool number 6 is talk to your doctor. I have to. I'm going to have to make an appointment to go see my doctor. And as I said before, Mom used to love her, and now she just thinks she's the reason for all of her problems. Seriously. And she loved her. So I need to go and speak with her. They talk about seeking solutions. I need to, there was a woman that I had contact with my uncle, and then with my stepdad, and she's with the Alzheimer's Society here in the city, and she said to call any time, and I think it's time for me to call her back. And I'm going to have to make arrangements with our government people that look after elderly people in long-term care and nursing care and so on and so forth. They do have resources, and they're wonderful. But I know my mom will not accept a lot of them. They have, like my brother has, they've made arrangements for 2 days a week or 1 day a week or whatever, that he, actually it started off with someone would come and take him for a walk or take him for coffee or do whatever. And my brother loved that because my brother's social. He loves that. I can't do that with my mother. She would not accept that. I'm going to try, but I don't think she'll accept that. My brother, also, there is a place, I forget, it's something like guest house or something like that. It's a place where people with Alzheimer's and dementia and so on can go, and they have activities. Certain activities he doesn't like. He told me that he does not like, but other activities he does. I'd have to check it out to see. I don't know if it's covered by health or where we have to pay for it. I have to talk to my sister-in-law when they get back from Mexico. So that's the whole asking for help, getting the resources. What is acceptable? Not every person is social-minded. I think of myself, I'm very much a loner. I'm very social when it comes to being in a situation. But to join things, I'm not a joiner, never was. Now, how would I take it if it was me? Well, I don't know, because I don't know how my brain would work if I had dementia. I don't know. Would I be paranoid? I don't know. I always thought that I would be very accepting of, instead of sitting looking at four walls, going out and doing an activity, having somebody take me. It's okay to go, but to have somebody take you is a whole different thing. That, to me, would be fun. But I also thought it was fun having, living in a retirement home, because I don't have to make meals, I don't have to clean, I just look after myself and off I go, right? I mean, the door's open. It's not like long-term care or whether you're in a locked situation. That's different when you have Alzheimer's and you're a wanderer and cannot be in a free situation. It's a lot. This is a lot of stuff. So tool 6 was talk to the doctor. Tool 7 is to exercise. This is for us. These are our tools. Excuse me. I was going to yawn. And that's maybe what I need to start doing. I was on a sort of a health plan at the beginning of the year, and then with my uncle, and then him passing, and my stepfather, my mother falling, and the last year was a horrible year. Everything went out the window. All of my healthy eating habits, all of my exercise. Excuse me, you get late. And this is getting way too long. And the 8th thing is to learn from your emotions. That was the 8th last thing, was to learn from your emotions. So that's what I need to do. My emotions are more, I think, of a fear of Mom progressing faster than I can keep up with. So that's something we need to discuss and we need to look at. So tonight is all about us caregivers, and I'm just sharing with you my personal experiences. It's very, very difficult to express what everyone goes through. It's hard to express. I don't want to go into too much detail about things with our home and so on, but I want to give you a good tired. I want to give you a good idea of the steps that I'm going through to try and make things better, to try and go through all of this process. I'm going to end it here. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to continue to try and do these every Sunday night. I hope it will help some people when you see my struggles, that maybe yours aren't as bad. And if they're worse, seek help. I know it's hard, it's scary. Even if it's only for your own peace of mind, sometimes it's good. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. This is much longer than I expected. Take care. And I hope you will I hope you share this video, this series of videos with other people that you know. And I hope I'm helping somebody. I hope that you can feel some of the anguish and pain that I go through. Although I don't want you to feel anguish and pain, but it's a reality of life. This is life. This is the last chapter of our life. And in our last chapter, it should be a happy one. And that's what I continually tell my mom. I want you to be happy. I don't want you to be sad. I don't want you to be anxious. I want you to be happy, happy, happy. I want you to be happy. That's what I tell my mom almost every day. Mom, you do what you want. I want you to be happy. Thanks for joining me, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.